fitness several months back. Here we go into the cover, hooks that outside leg, 2. And again, Vic, as always, American-made, competing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and you have to imagine the feeling amongst them after the recent debut of the luchador Penta against Chad Gable.
You know, what a debut it was. So excited to have someone like Penta in the WWE on the Raw roster. But you got to imagine that night didn't sit well with Chad Gable, and certainly didn't sit well with his stablemates. As, wait a minute, inside cradle.
Natty coming back the other way. Only 2. We know there's zero fear inside the boat as well. As Natalya trying to swing this tide back the other direction. Natty very motivated right now as she looks to potentially enter her 8th Royal Rumble. Oh!
Counter!
What a counter there by the former MMA specialist. Trying to go for that Juji Gatami, that cross arm breaker, but Vic, can she flatten Natalya's left arm?
Well, she's trying to do so by any means necessary right now. Natalya has not gotten out of the gate in this match against Ivy Nile. Now with the shoulders down.
And a near fall right there is Natty trying to shift her weight the other direction.
That's that veteran ability, shifting the weight, getting a pin, forcing Ivy Nile to kick out, and also relinquish the submission.
And once again, zeroing in on that shoulder, Ivy Nile, very cerebral in her attack here tonight.
Look, Ivy Nile, she's a few pieces from really breaking out. She needs to round out some technical issues, but that is where Chad Gable comes in.
Indeed, as Ivy Nile, of course, in her 8th appearance here on Main Event, big transformation, especially since her first appearance just under a year ago. Certainly have to give credit to Chad Gable.
Absolutely, and look at this unique submission. This goes back to the studying. This goes back to the tutelage that she's had under Chad Gable. The ability now to expand that offensive repertoire.
And Ivy Nile over the last year, a lot of opportunities from Elimination Chamber qualifying to the Queen of the Ring, even returning to NXT, competing for the Women's North American Championship, Money in the Bank qualifying. As she's really looking to break out here.
This
but
be it.
Natty coming back the other way, stacks up Ivy. And only a near fall.
Look, you only get better against competition. And Ivy Nile right now is in there against someone who's been the standard bearer for the women's division. She's, as she has said, has trained them all or beaten them all, as Natalya looking for another victory here in Main Event against Ivy Nile.
Natty 4 straight wins here on Main Event as proof points to both members of the Unholy Union in the process, and continues to be that locker room leader, and establishing herself here against Ivy Nile. The go behind and the German release suplex. And Natty looking to dial in here, Vic.
I'm glad you bring that point up, because you like her or you don't like her. I don't know the locker room drama. She is respected by everybody in the WWE.
Oh, and Natty digging deep in the playbook. Side Russian leg sweep. And now the boat has Ivy right where she wants her. Hooks it inside leg.
I give a lot of credit there to Ivy Nile. She's really right now in deep water against Natalya. And for Ivy Nile right now, this is going to be a gut check.
We talk about Natty at this stage of her career, how important things are. We know she'd love to accumulate another championship, but 4 things are all said and done. And Ivy Nile right here in a prone position. Oh, Ivy. Nice counter right there to get out of the corner. Natty comes right back in.
Got caught.
Natty by nature connects. Hooks the outside leg. Will that do it? Shoulders are down. But Ivy presses out. And Natty here starting to feel it. A lot of emotions turning right now inside both superstars. And Vic, Natty looks to have Ivy right where she wants her.
Looking for that sharpshooter. She able to turn though, Ivy Nile. Nile, big slap. And again, this is just that growth from Ivy Nile.
And Natty connects with that middle turnbuckle. Ivy stacks her up. And the Pitbull pulls out a victory.
Here is your winner, Ivy Nile.
That is a statement victory for Ivy Nile here in the WWE.